Islamophobia is described as hatred or irrational fear of Muslims. The term dates back in the early 1900s, but the term entered into modern vocabulary and particularly became prominent after the September 11th, 2001 attacks in the United States. In modern vocabulary, Islamophobia is more related to hatred of Islam and therefore the fear and dislike of all Muslims. It also refers to the practice of discriminating against Muslims by excluding them from the economic, social and public life of the nation. It also includes the misconception against Islam that Islam has no values in common with other cultures, is inferior to the West and is a violent political ideology rather than a religion. In every society or religion, there are educated, tolerant and moderate people. And then there are few intolerant, violent and uneducated people. Similarly, in Islam, there are the followers of the true spirit of Islam, which is peace, tolerance, moderation, love and harmony. And then there are others who follow their own whims and desires of spreading violence and wrongly use the name of Islam.
How do you reconcile the concept of Islam being equivalent to peace when you have terrorist groups that are out there who are wearing the banner of Islam and doing the things that they're doing?
Do you believe that all the Christians are good people?
No.
Same thing. All the society, even in Islam, they're a good Muslim and they're the label Muslim. So some people, they practice, they're supposed to be a good Muslim. But sometimes you label yourself with the Christianity. Like if you see the Hitler, who he was Christian. But you don't say that Christian done that, you say Hitler did it. The same thing in Islam, if somebody does something wrong, you're going to point it out, he does it, not only because of Islam. So everybody, every community, every country, you have the ratio of good and bad people.
It is very disappointing to see the individual acts of terrorism by Muslims get a lot of negative media coverage in the international media. And one's individual act is projected as if is reflected of the entire Muslim Ummah, which is definitely not the case.
Talk about Islam, it is misinterpreted, especially with the war that's taking place over the world, and then of course 9/11. It put a bitter taste into the mouths of a lot of individuals.
We do have a problem of perceptions in the West of the Middle East and of the Islamic world, which I believe are founded in these continual images of violence, the continual images of extremism, which represent such a small part of that total community.
But all the good that is being done by Muslims get no media coverage, which includes contribution of Muslims in every walk of life, contributing towards the prosperity of not only United States, but every country that they live in. Their contribution towards the society comes in the forms of doctors, scientists, and other spheres of educational stream, right down to the normal day-to-day workers making their contribution.
The Muslim community in Houston, Texas is a thriving community and a peaceful community. Islam is a religion of peace.
Islam promotes freedom of choice, freedom of religion, freedom of expression. And one of the sayings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is that a Muslim is one from whose hands and speech others are safe.
There is a famous saying that the world is not only suffering because of the violence of the bad people, but because of the silence of the good people. It is the need of the hour that we as Muslims use the media and project Islam as a peaceful religion, which it truly is, the true follower of which is a balanced person.
If we share the goodness and the peace with each other, know about each other, open the doors of communication and not have perceptions in advance, I'm sure we all could contribute in making this world a safer place.
Let us commit to ourselves that we as educated Muslims, especially living in the Western world, should project the true spirit of Islam not only through our character, but also by using the same media that is being used to project misconceptions about Islam. Let us commit that we will unite and do long-term planning to counter Islamophobia through the media. The team of Arrahman Arraheem network is doing a humble effort in this direction. We are working on the ground reality to make different programs and documentaries in an effort not only to remove the misconceptions about Islam, but also project the true spirit of Islam, which is peace, love, tolerance, harmony, and love for all mankind, as against the misconception of Islam being extremism and terrorism.